Hi, Brian Becker here, Product Manager at WhiteHat Security. Today I want to share with you our newest feature to our DAST and Auto API products. This feature we're calling Keep Unreachable Findings Open Globally, and what it allows you to do is intelligently deal with situations where your application servers reply with drastically different responses request to request. So if you have a firewall that unpredictably blocks requests, or you sometimes have to deal with your engineering teams pushing code that breaks the web application, which they then have to roll back, or your application simply replies with very different responses to the same request just because some state on the backend changed. Perhaps a promotional page or just a user account state determines what's displayed in that response. When this feature is enabled, we follow the state of the request across time. So if we are retesting a vulnerability and we are seeing a completely different page from when we originally tested the vulnerability, instead of closing it, we will mark it as unreachable and leave it open until we see the original page. This will let you track state not just by the request itself, but based on the content of the response. To enable this feature globally for your account, you'll need to come to the admin tab, account overview tab, and then under the sites tab, sites subtab for sites, or the API subtab for APIs, and check keep unreachable findings open globally. Once you check that, this new functionality will come into being for all of your assets starting from their next scan. You can disable it at any time if you decide you don't like the feature, so I encourage you to at least try it. Again, you can always disable it at a later point in time if you don't like the results. And this is what it will look like. So findings, when retested and we're not able to see the original response, will stay in the open state, but with this unreachable icon next to them, indicating that we can no longer see the vulnerability, but we also cannot reliably retest it because the response that we're seeing is so completely different from what we saw previously. So again, this will help you deal with situations where your site response has changed drastically, request to request, or you just have unstable development because it's a pre-production environment. Previously, you might see the same finding open and close and open and close and open and close as the code changes. This will help kind of smooth out that transition so you don't have such rapid changes. If you don't like it or you want to test it out side by side, you can also edit it from the asset overview page. So click edit here. Down here we have keep unreachable findings open. Use global default means do whatever was configured in the admin tab, but you could enable it just for a specific asset even though it's disabled globally, or you could enable it globally yet disable it for this specific asset. That way you can get the exact control you want. If you enable it for all of your sites and find out it's not working well for one, you can just turn it off for that one and you don't have to make a decision between all or nothing. So again, I encourage you all to try this feature out and reach out to our team if you have any feedback. Thank you.